This particular division problem becomes tricky because if you look at the numerator, you'll notice that there is something missing. We've got x to the fourth and x, but what we're missing is the x squared and the x cubed. So in this case, we're going to have to add 0x squared and 0x cubed to the problem in order here. So we'll have x minus 1 dividing into, we've got x to the fourth, and then we have to start counting down. We have 0x cubed and 0x squared that have to be added in there. Then we do the plus 3x minus 5. And when we do that, we've now put everything in order, 4, 3, 2, 1, counting down, so we're ready to divide. Now comes the division process. First, we divide the front terms, so we're dividing x to the fourth, and we're dividing out an x. That's going to leave us with an x cubed. Then we multiply that x cubed by each of the terms in front. That's going to give us x to the fourth minus 1x cubed. Now, really important here that we remember before we move too much further is before we combine things, we have to change the signs, making it a negative x to the fourth and positive x cubed. The x to the fourth subtract out, and we're left with a positive x cubed. And so we repeat the process then, dividing the front terms. The x cubed, dividing out the x, that's going to leave us with x squared. So we've got plus x squared. And then we'll do the x squared times these front terms. Oops, I forgot to move down the next term, didn't I? Always want to move down the next term. I like to have two pieces that we're working with. So multiplying the x squared through, we get x cubed minus x squared. And then again, we change the signs so that we can combine them. So it's negative x cubed and a positive x squared now. The x cubes are gone. 0 plus 1 is 1x squared. And then we can bring down the next term, the plus 3x. And repeat the process again. Now the front term's an x squared. We divide out an x. That's going to leave us with just a single x plus x. Multiplying the x times the front stuff gives us x squared minus x. And again, before we combine these together, we're going to have to change the signs on the x squared and the x. 3x plus x is 4x. And we bring down the minus 5. Repeating the process one last time, we have 4x in front now, and when we divide out the x, we end up with 4. So plus 4. And then we can multiply the 4 by each of the front terms, giving us 4x minus 4. And again, before we combine, we need to make sure we change the signs. So now it's 4x's are gone. Negative 5 plus 4 is negative 1. There's nothing left to bring down, so that negative 1 is our remainder. And so when we divide, we end up with x cubed plus x squared plus x plus 4 with a remainder of negative 1. Hopefully that video helped you answer your question on that problem. Let me know if you've got more questions.